Boom shakalaka, sentiment turns bearish for Bitcoin unless you look at the active address sentiment indicator, and a historic alt season right around the corner. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, Bitcoin turns uber bearish, at least according to some of the sentiment, but not this sentiment indicator, and altcoins reaching a historic 4-year resistance. Can levels break through? Before we get into it, like the video, join us on Twitter through Crypto Love, and of course subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel. Now today, fear and greed at 48, dead, neutral, not greedy, not fearful, just sitting in the center. The overall market down 0.5%, Bitcoin at 112,991, Ethereum 45.78, XRP $3, BNB 871, Solana 212, Dogecoin 22 cents, Tron 34 cents, and Cardano 87 cents. Now, Bitcoin breaking out from this ascending wedge to the downside, right now finding support on this green line, the 100-day moving average, at roughly $112,000. Should price break through to the bottom, the next levels of support would be volume profile support at 105,000, this 200-day moving average at roughly 101,000, and then right underneath, more volume profile support at $96,000. So keep your eyes peeled. Now, some big names today turning bearish. Peter Brandt saying, most of you crypto nerds, great to start with an insult on Twitter, know about the huge sell order that came into the Bitcoin market over the weekend. Some of you discount it as unimportant. I am not so quick to judge that. It represented supply. Tops in markets are created by supply or distribution. Bitcoin needs to get back above 117.5 to discount the past 7 weeks as a possible double top. Hey trolls, this post doesn't mean I am bearish or bullish. Most of you trolls need to know this because you are unable to understand nuance on your own. So maybe this could just be a short-term double top prediction by him. But it seems that supply of Bitcoin has been impacted. Maybe not so much demand at the moment. And the chart that always needs to come in these times of price pullbacks. If you can't handle a 20% dip, you don't deserve a 1,000% pump. Yet another, right now, 12% dip for Bitcoin. But yeah, could be headed down to some of those levels we were talking about earlier in the episode. And in past cycles, if we compare this cycle with past cycles, Bitcoin did mark a major low in September. You can see this here. You can see this kind of right there, and also right there, this blue one, and then rallied for 2 to 3 months in Q4. So September may just be kind of the last time people are selling Bitcoin to buy school supplies, clearly. Or maybe there's some other reason for it. I don't exactly know, but that's how things go. Pro tip number 1, Bitcoin cycles don't top when the majority of Twitter is calling for a cycle top. Yes, also ignore the noise, follow the signal. Right now, not even close to an MVRV top signal when it hits the red here. Very close to a mid to bottom right now. It's probably just going to go on a lot longer than anyone's expecting. If we take a look at the power law, which takes a look at the log price and the log time, you can see Bitcoin is following perfectly. It is almost exactly par on the course, not under, not over, definitely not top territory over in terms of anything, not even like a 2019 summer rally top cycle. We were pretty much dead center on that line. So while the price may go down, who knows? There's probably a larger majority chance that would go up, at least to have a top. If we take a look at the MVRV Z-score, this assesses if Bitcoin is under or overvalued. It measures the deviation between the market price and the on-chain cost basis. And cycle tops have a score above 6.5, above this red line right here. Bottoms, well, they're closer to 0. Right now, we're at 2.5, not even halfway. So that would tell us, or tell me, that there's probably a lot longer left of this cycle. And if we take a look at not the sentiment from a few large names here on Twitter or X or whatever the heck it's called nowadays, but if we take a look at the active address sentiment indicator, it has been very effective at what? Calling bottoms. When it hits this bottom here on the active address sentiment indicator, generally, not immediately, but after a little bit of time, price does jump up. So likely that price could jump up, maybe not in the short term, but more likely in the long term, because it seems so far like this cycle has just been a liquidation event. Longs, shorts, they all just get liquidated. And right now, all the liquidity is on the short side. Bitcoin gearing up for Uptember or Rocktober or any of these other things, probably not September. Oh, Uptember could be September. I was thinking November. Okay, fine. Could be Uptember. Anyways, any of these things. Bitcoin hits $120,000. Oof, gonna liquidate a lot of shorts, and that would send the price higher. Basically, price just waffles back and forth, liquidating leveraged traders, which brings us to altcoins. Everybody is waiting. When is it going to happen? Total 2 right now is on the verge of breaking out of a 4-year resistance. This has been resistance since 2021. That's a long freaking time. Think about what this means. Huge for alts. Most people are still bearish after the last few days, but that will change soon, especially if price can break out. Because if you see this expanding cycles theory, we have the cup right here, similar to cup right here. We have wave 1, and then we have this consolidation wedge that was before gigantic wave 2. Well, this has been a very long 4-year consolidation wedge before potentially gigantic wave 2. And things are looking maybe like Bitcoin dominance going to move higher in September, October, so it may not happen immediately. 1 week warning. But as noted in the post below, alts tend to find tops against Bitcoin in late August. Liquidity will flow back to the king, potentially heading back to Bitcoin temporarily until probably January, February, March. That's when things go crazy for altcoins. If we take a look right now, ETH comparing very similar to what Bitcoin did in 2020. I mean, look at these two charts. These are almost par for the course. These are both 1-day candles. You can see kind of a coiling right here, price breakout, a little bit of resistance at previous all-time highs. Of course, ETH not a previous all-time high there. But then things break through, and we can see the same exact thing. Look at this fractal, almost par for the freaking course. Could we see a large breakout in ETH all the way up to $10,000 per ETH? Holy freaking cow. There's over 6 billion in ETH shorts set to be liquidated at $4,900. Massive short squeeze is imminent. Bears are about to get wiped out, and that could potentially push the price up to maybe $10,000 per ETH. So that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, like the video, check out some of our shorts, and I will catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
Boom. Shakalaka.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.